Hey there everybody, it's your boy Conquest back with another deck tech. Today we're looking at blue-white aggro in best of 3 standard. This particular deck features an artifact central theme with unique payoffs for submitting to our Skynet overlords. Our creature pool features 12 1-drops. Novice Inspector and Spyglass Siren serve as bodies that also produce artifacts when they enter. Mockingbird can easily slot in as copies 5 through 8 of either one of these creatures. In the 2 slot, we have Regal Bunnicorn, whom is sure to fascinate any Bloomborough resident with all his fluffy splendor. This royal rabbit can easily be a 2-mana 7/7 primed to reenact a famous Monty Python scene with your opponent. Sir Ginger the Meal Ender is one of the better artifact creatures available. It also has an added benefit of card selection with the scry trigger anytime an artifact is sent to the graveyard from our field. Our creature top end starts out with Steel Seraph, a card whose art is right out of a 90s anime that I feel bad for never watching. This flexible beatstick plays Resident Good Guy and will share its powerful combat abilities with your other creatures. This is especially powerful when Lord Bunnicorn gets flying or lifelink. We round out our creatures with Malcator, Purity Overseer, who is playing a legally distinct version of Blade Splicer with the off chance of getting a second golem. The removal in the deck revolves around Dusk Rose Reliquary and Glass Casket, which serve to exile any problematic threats and ensure our team of small bodies can get through. Dusk Rose Reliquary also boasts War 2, making it a great target for Filched Falcon or Glyph. Finally, we move into our synergy pieces and our main reasons for focusing on cards that produce artifacts. Case of the Filched Falcon represents 3 more single mana permanents that make an artifact. Once solved, it and Zoetic Glyph are 3-mana options to make very large and most likely hasty bodies to surprise and pressure our opponents. Zoetic Glyph also sports Discover 3 in the event our golem gets scrapped. Lost Jite is an innocuous piece of tech. It can easily be installed into our attack plan with many of our creatures having flying. From slowly growing a pesky pirate to ensuring a lifelinking blocker can't do its job, this equipment might have finally found a home in Standard. The mana base is pretty standard, with the only highlights being Restless Anchorage and Mirix, both capable of producing additional artifacts. For the sideboard, we have a nice selection of pieces to help cripple certain matchups. 3x Sheltered by Ghosts and 3x Authority of the Consuls are here to buffer our life total while we race the aggressive red decks. 3 copies of Negator here to save our board from Sunfall and temporary lockdown. 2x Rest in Peace and 1 Ghost Vacuum ensure no reanimation strategies can attempt to solve the debate between zombies versus robots. Finally, we have 2 copies of Into the Flood Maw, which can be useful in combating Unholy Annex tokens or threats from Boros Aura's deck. That brings us to the end of the deck tech, so blow the dust off your cartridge and plug into the gameplay of this robotic assault. See you guys soon. It's game time! Oh, are you ready for this? Azorius Aggro, best of 3 standard. Let's get some. Hoping for a good opening 7. Let's not do the 1 land in a dream if we can. That's the worst 1 land in a dream I've seen in a while. Mulligan. Hey. Lands and spells. Let's go for... I guess we get rid of the extra Spyglass. Alright. This only taps for white right now. That's actually problematic. I didn't even think about that. I guess we have to go Mirix first. This is bad now. I did not think about this shit. My bad. Let's get back into it. Hopefully we can fix this. I guess we need a blue source. Off the top. The answer is probably not. We're not gonna get lucky. That's not how we work here. Alright, so against some sort of red aggro variant, we don't know if they're Gruul or if they're Boros, mono red, but definitely running the mouse package. This is 4 damage. We want to trade. We're not going to gain any, unless we draw. You know, we need too many cards to gain life off this, so I think we're just going to trade. Yeah, not draw what we need. Yeah, we're passing. Well, this is very unfortunate. The best we can hope for now is maybe... I guess we could have drew the land, you know, cracked that clue for the land draw earlier. This is going to hurt too. Take 5 here. Should have done this earlier, because now if we have the blue source, I'm going to feel real stupid. Okay, fine. We have an answer to the Screaming Nemesis, but we're still taking another 2. This now taps for blue now, right? Okay. So Spyglass Siren for double. We can Zoetic Glyph next turn. We Glass Casket the Nemesis. And we're only looking at 2 damage next turn. We can swing for 5 with the Zoetic Glyph. I don't know if it's good, but that's what we're at right now. Ember Hurt Challenger, right? If they target that, they get a free spell. And they also get them for 4 versus just 2. Now it's 6. But they don't get a free spell, unless they have a land on top. Nope. Taking 7, go to 6. All sorts of unfortunate. We can make 2 bodies here, but is that good enough? Not really, right? Is a 5/4 better? Do we just... I think this is honestly better. Like we just 5/4 up the... And if they, if they do manage to trade or kill it, we'll at least get a free spell at the top that might be another blocker, or, something that's relevant. Like Desperate Clear or something. So they get another Screaming Nemesis. Attack with a 2/2. I'm gonna block. I can't afford to take 4 here and go to 2. They just kill us with Lightning Strike. I need to find multiple pieces of stuff. So I can put it, we just need multiple pieces of stuff. That's not it. It's definitely not it. Alright. Need some sort of another like Glass Casket type situation. That's pretty good. Wish we had a land. More, it's gonna be kind of tight. What do we do here? So, if we play Malakator, we have a 1/1 blocker. We still take 1, go to 5, take another 1, go to 4, and then we triple block. Kind of have to, right? And probably lose the Malakator. So I don't like that one very much. Case plus Dusk is that better? Just playing another Zoetic Glyph is not very good either. We definitely want to play Death Scrolls Reliquary, I think, to get rid of that Screaming Nemesis. Just trying to figure out what we sacrifice in response. So I think we have to. I think we go Case. This makes that. We go here. We auto pay. We sacrifice when it's close. Doesn't feel good, but I think we're gonna have to do it this way. Still taking some damage next turn for sure. Solve both cases, but we do not have the mana for those. Maybe Malakator might be even better just to have that extra blocker, but now we're just taking a bunch of extra damage. It's really unfortunate. Now the Raw, I'm surprised he didn't give that guy haste and attack with both. Honestly, it's game. Yeah, it's good. It's good. He had the win. He just kind of messed up. We want the Shelter by Ghosts, we want the Authority by Consuls. I don't think anything else matters. We could bring the Into the Flood mods, they're pretty good, but I think we're okay without them. I kind of want to lose the Jite. Surge Gingers aren't very good against the mono red deck because they have 1 toughness. They're better against creature deck, things we can trade up into versus trade down. What else are we going to really be pushing for? I think we can lose these cases. They're just too slow against this deck. And again, it was hard to get 3 mana to actually make even a 4/4. And then it still dies to the Witchdocker's Frenzy, so we just, losing mana value. I think we want cheaper answers and stuff that's a little more proactive. Protective, I should say. Awards. Alright, getting some life gain. This is much better. I'm glad we don't have to mulligan 2 games in a row. Now the question is, do we want to have 3-on-3? I think so. Downside is if we go this way, we lead with the Spyglass Siren versus the Reckless Anchorage. We kind of sit at the. That's fine. It's fine. Ideally, we're going to make as many permanents as we can before we actually play with Bunnicorn, because I don't want to get blown up before we can gain life off of it with the Steel Seraph. Swift Spear, just don't kiss for 1, that's fine. Alright, so we can still do what I want. We can risk it. We can risk playing Bunnicorn, having it blown up by a... I don't like it. I really don't like it. What do you guys think? Like, I don't know. It feels terrible. Then we just have a Steel Seraph. Alright. I've convinced myself to get blown out. Otherwise, we're getting 4 life next turn and attacking with a 4/4, and that's gonna be 6 as well, but I have a pretty bad feeling that we're just gonna be eating this. It's gonna be Lightning Strike to the Bunnicorn. Yeah, I knew you had it. They always do. They always do. Sure. Well, on the upside, they don't have it for this Steel Seraph, right? Right? Yeah, sure. Alright, so we attack for 1, we gain the 1, both at 18. We can play the rest like Anchorage next turn. We're not blocking. Do your thing. Are they just doing the Witchstalker's Frenzy, shooting after 5? Yeah, it seems pretty good. Before we can even get the copy off of the Mockingbird. Drawing an extra land here kind of blows. I think we just go Anchorage. Do we Mockingbird their Swift Spear? No, that seems pretty bad. What do we do here? Do we assume we're not going to draw another land on top so we can get this, make our Spyglass Siren a 2/2? Crack that. Yeah, I think it's fine. If we really have to get desperate, we can always Mockingbird or Spyglass Siren. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not good. Now we're flooding. Not the time their deck. I think we have to. And like, when I say have to, I mean like do this and like leave the artifact for the Death Scrolls Reliquary just in case. I am a little concerned about what they're doing. That really sucks. Heartfire Hero, yeah, sure. Target it, make it a 3. We eat that. And we can exile next turn. Oh, Manifold Mouse 2, you get both. And they're not. Oh, and a rock. Dude, okay, just all the creatures. Sure. It doesn't have haste, so we don't have to worry about this turn, so we can just clear it this turn. Take the 1. But dear lord, we are. Oh, we're hurting. Alrighty. So, Reliquary. Start. Just immediately. We're sacrificing this token. I think we're eating. This is tough, because they have the lands, so they can just keep targeting the hero. We have to get rid of the hero. But we're taking 4 next turn, potentially, from that, Manifold Mouse, 5, 6, like, we're taking some damage. It's not like we're getting these in for free. I'm just trying to think if, like, if the creature on top would have been, sorry, the card on top not being a land, if that was any other spell, we have 1 more damage in, they're at 12. We're racing a little better. They don't use the Rock-Face Village. They just don't know they've had that option to get, like, 3 extra damage. I'm down. Giving mana up or something. The extra land there really sucks. Alright, well, I think we're just attacking with this, right? What you got? Last card in hand. It is Frenzy. Alright. We can more than likely assume that they're not going to draw any more land. They're at 5. Wow, we flooded so hard. Didn't see any of our sideboard, no authority, no Shelter by Ghosts. They had the Lightning Strike for our, I would call it greedy Bunnicorn. They found another Lightning Strike off the top. That's really good. pump the Manifold Mouse with the... No, he still doesn't pump the Manifold Mouse. You give it double strike. We're dead, so we can go to 5. Scoop. That was a really good draw from them, obviously. We knew they weren't going to draw like a mountain, but jeez. Do we ever have a rough go about that one? Oh, on to the next one. It's game time. Back with some more best of 3 standard. We're playing some Azorius aggro today. All right. Oh, we even won the die roll. We get to choose to play first. I'm excited. This hand is interesting. I think we go with it, right? Yeah, sure. Spyglass Siren. Seems like a good start. We could technically lead with Murex next turn, but I actually want to go Restless Anchorage, then play the Mockingbird as another Spyglass Siren. That way we at least have like particularly 5 permanents for our Regal Bunnicorn. And even better, instead of doing that, I'll just do this. That's one less creature for our opponent to blow up, potentially. Now, we are a little worried about temporary lockdown. That would definitely throw off our plans. What do we do here, guys? I think we... when we attack. Bunnicorn, wait for... assuming counter spell, and then we can Mockingbird the Spyglass Siren for the 3rd artifact. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna pass then. They have something for this Bunnicorn. They have something for the Bunnicorn. I feel like temporary lockdown is going to be the potentially the answer for our deck, but we'll see. It's a Soul Partition to get the Bunnicorn. We can recast it. The 4-mana 5/5 doesn't seem that great, but what else are we gonna do? I guess we do have the option of. I guess we don't have the artifact yet, so the Case of the Filched Falcon won't trigger until the end of the turn. We probably should have led with the Mockingbird there too. Just got the Spyglass Siren. And, well, I was a little afraid of temporary lockdown, but apparently they're not going to be playing that. Do we play the Mockingbird as a copy of Kiora? It seems pretty good. I think they have some sort of Oculus. Yeah, they're going to have some sort of Oculus, and then like they'll block, and then there it is. Well, we can definitely make the best of this, right? So the answer is, we just Mockingbird, double up on Bunnicorn, and we have, 3 7/7s. 2 of them have flying. Or we can just drop Steel Seraph this turn, trigger Case, give our Bunnicorn flying, swing for 6 in the air. All of these seem like good options, but honestly, I think we're just going to go with a double Bunnicorn. I don't think they run board wipes if they're running this deck. Like, if they run temporary lockdown, it's kind of a strange option, but it's fine. Six or 7, and 1 in the air. Obviously, they're going to block. They probably have the spell that... Oh, they don't block. I was really expecting the spell that... I guess they just want the 8/8 token. It's fine, as long... If they just go that route, Soul Partition one of our Bunnicorns, make an 8/8 by attacking for 3. I think we're still fine. We just play the Steel Seraph and give the one that... Like, probably the one that they don't get rid of here. Yeah. Oh, they have answers for all 3? Gross. Alright, that's good. They can make 8/8. The thing they don't realize, though, is that we can just play the Mockingbirds as 1/1s and then copy the 8/8. And that's just as good. Oh, they're legendary. Oh, shit. Oops. I forgot the legendary. I should have copied the Kiora. Oops. Give our opponent a free one there. Whatever, do this here instead. They don't have trample. We need to have even more removal. I'm gonna go with... Just do the 1 damage now. And then we can trigger... We can't do this in sorcery speed, right? Yeah, that one is sorcery. I wanted to do it instant, but I wanted to also keep, trigger my case. I'm not sure why we're actually worrying about the case right now. Really, our line of attack is make sure our Scion in attack, and then we just make Steel Seraph give our Scion flying, or it has flying, but like lifelink. Let's take the 8. Probably don't care. More worried about there's turn this turn. Jin is a 4/4, so they probably have another piece of interaction either for the Scion or for our Steel Seraph. Not great for us. All right, so they're gonna like. I'm expecting the nothing. They have something. They wouldn't just. That wouldn't be their only play. There it is. I'm literally 1 mana short for that. Nice. Alright, so we're definitely in defense mode this turn. Moment of truth, yeah sure. How big can you make that Hadijin? I can block it with the Spyglass Siren, I can block the 8/8 with 1/2. I have to take 3, go to 6. Feel good. If they have any kind of interaction, more Drew and more removal, we just lose. I mean, I definitely made a mistake there by double Mockingbirding the token. I wasn't even thinking. I definitely punted that one away. My fault. Second moment of truth. Did you find the answer there, son? You got us? Is it over? Maybe? I saw a chart of the course, so some cards. Alright, so we expected this outcome. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here. Let's take the 3. Opponent's got recommission for the Oculus. Wow, everything, eh? Seems good. Like they, out of all the cards I could have had, sure. Alright, Adakar Waste. I don't think that does it for us. Was I better served making a 4/4 flyer there to block the Jin? 5/5 to the whatever. Oh no, we're still dead. I'm gonna go to the next game. I have too much value. We make a 2/2 to block the 8/8. Our 5/5 blocks 4/4, 8/4, whatever. It's just not good. Well, Rest in Peace seems pretty good. So does Ghost Vacuum. To get some of the cards out of their graveyard. Get to do as many things as they want. Other than that, I don't know if there's anything else I would bring in. So I think we get out these GT, probably one of these cases at least, maybe both. Now, they also like I have unsummons, Soul Partition, which also gets rid of the. I think gets rid of X. Pretty sure it gets rid of X. Should bring their stuff back. So maybe less Death Rows. I'm more concerned about like trying to win the game opposed to being too reactive. I think. I don't know. It's a tough matchup for this deck. All we can hope for is a better outcome in game 2 and 3, and that we even see a game 3. But hopefully we see like a Rest in Peace or the Ghostly Vacuum to help deal with our opponent's I guess graveyard shenanigans. Depowers obviously the Oculus and the Kiora and the Hadijin. Alright, this hand is pretty awful. I think we have to mulligan. Alright, better but not great. One of the glyphs goes, I guess. Or do we just say... Okay, I don't have double artifacts for these anyway, so it has to be one of the glyphs. Right. The only thing I can hope for now is mana that's not Adakar Wastes. Oh, missed the land drop. Give unsummon. Nope. It's interesting. Alright. Are we moving? Are we schmoving? Opponent take a really... Oh, that was on purpose. Wow. Well, I can't let that fly, right? So we play this. And then next turn we can Zoetic Glyph it. Seems pretty good, right? Yeah. They kept a really greedy hand. We got away with one there for sure. I think the only thing to do now is just run back game 3. Honestly, yeah. Yep. That's about it. Oh, one land in a dream. This is not the one land in a dream hand though. Although it kind of is. We're doing it. If we draw land in the first 2 turns, we are so far ahead. Our hand is just gas. Oh, wow. Alright, alright. Here. It only taps for white right now, because we don't have a plains or an island. Wow, that's okay. Charter course is fine. Discard your Oculus, I'm assuming. Oh, Monastery Spear. Even better. If we just Bunnicorn so we can start getting damage in next turn. Alright. So next turn we can like Case plus Dusk Rose. We can just Glass Casket. If we draw a land, maybe we can pressure with Zoetic Glyph. Okay. Yeah. Bounding the third path. Yeah. So they're gonna cast one of those Raise Hell and blah 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 blah. Helping Hand. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. We found the land. I'm just gonna go Case plus Glass Casket here. Just so we can get as much damage as possible without having to sacrifice an artifact to Dusk Rose Reliquary. So we actually gain one more permanent. Alright, 7 damage. Opponent's at 12. 3 cards in hand. We have 3 artifacts, so we can make one of our artifacts a 4/4. If we draw a land next turn, we can do that plus Dusk Rose Reliquary. That would be pretty sick. Recommission for the Oculus, that's fine. Play an extra land. So we have to go for Dusk Rose and hope they don't have... Oh, they went Charter Course, so they definitely don't. So we just go Dusk Rose, sacrifice, I think, the map token. Swing for another 7. They probably block, though. Got the land. Doesn't matter. Yep. So now we go this way. We sacrifice the map. Get rid of the Oculus. I know we could just attack for another 4 in the air, but I'd rather get 2 bodies on the ground. This way we're getting 6 damage in, put our opponent down to 6. If they have to block. Oh, it's a Hottie Jin. That sucks. Alright, so they get to... It's recommissioned to bring back 1 thing. But we have so many threats with the addition of being able to turn either a Dusk Rose Reliquary or our Glass Casket into another 4/4 threat. And attack with everything. They spend 2 mana on that, 2 mana on Charter, oh, 1 mana on Charter Course. Alright, my bad. Forgot Jin does that. Alright, last card in hand, it's gotta be like on summon or something to keep them alive. And even then, I don't know if that's good enough. Prankster to go grab something else, doesn't matter, why is it? It's a 9/5 that does nothing. Oh, you have 1 more land for the unsummon. Nice. Nice. Okay, so the thing is, though, is that when we crack this, we're going to put it on the Dusk Rose Reliquary. I don't want to play this case. Now, the Bunnicorn's lethal. The combination of... Oh, shit. Can they live at 1? Well, they can't block the Reliquary, so they lose everything. Yeah. So they block the 5/4, take 5, bounce the 8/8. Why would you bounce that? We could have gotten removal. That would have been really silly. Alright, Charter Course. Yep. Scoops. Hey, got him clean. That second game was a bit of a gift, but hey, we take those when we can. On to the next one. It's game time! Best of 3 standard, Azorius Aggro. Marching the Machines. Is that still legal? Alright, guys. Let's get a great opening 7. Let's put the pressure on our opponent. Let's make them have to have all the answers. Oh, come on. This is not the one night in a dream we're looking for. Definitely mulligan. Hopefully something better here. Let's see. And that's going to be... arguably not great. I don't want to go to 5. So... we'll get rid of... everything costs 1. Maybe the Jeet is actually... Jeete, sorry, is a little more, not sure. Just give us the most options. What do you got? Siren. Black-blue mid-range. Alright, well, we're probably hurting. Okay. Oh, we are big hurting. Yep. Maybe if we drew a land there, like double spell, put ourselves in a slightly better position, but I don't think we're in a necessarily safe position. Fairy Mastermind's pretty good, but I'll definitely block if they attack with it. I doubt they will, though. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tap our guy, attack for 3. Is that like a playable card? Make 2 dudes, tap a dude? Is this really like... Is this guy just playing black-blue fairies? Is this some weird deck that I haven't seen before? Honestly, I know it's not probably the greatest, but is playing a Mockingbird as another Spyglass Siren better? Or is just getting the 2 damage off the board in a deck that probably can't deal with an artifact once it's played? Yeah, sure, we'll trade. Yeah, trade. Nice. I regret everything immediately. What do we do? Oh, can I beat a Kaito? Fairy ninjas. Fairy ninjas. Yeah, not with these mana struggles. We're definitely not gonna be able to do that. I just guess Siren and Inspector. Make some bodies. You know what? We're gonna go Siren plus Jite. Let's see if our opponent respects the Jite or not. I don't think they will. Land off the top. Oh. I was gonna say land off the top to get them to, if they attack, like tapped out or whatever, with no blocker. Be kind of tight. I'd like the idea of just Zoetic glyphing that Kaito. Flood Pit's Drowner. Yeah, this deck is kind of just made to make fun of ours, I think. Oh, so what is Fabloom Trick? Is that actually standard legal? Or not legal, but like playable? People actually playing this card? So now we're in a sticky wicket of finally drew that land with that Zoetic Glyph, but what, we make the token at 5/4 and they just block with a 1/1. Doesn't do anything. So I don't know what we're supposed to do here anymore. Everything feels terrible. I'll go for it, right? Let them kill our guy, then maybe we get lucky on a discovery. That's all I got. Alright, opponent. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, we take a bunch of damage. Bam, 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 bam. Seems good. Yeah, that's Kaito, like, secretly is one of the better planeswalkers. Hard to interact with. And then, on the addition of just, like, he just pumps himself and just slowly kills you. It's kind of like old school Gideon, just one of those cards that, like, you know, since it's a creature planeswalker, just kind of slowly kills you. So glass caskets and Deskros really quickly feel really bad against, like, you know, one tokens and Kaitos. So I'm gonna bring in the Shelter by Ghosts. Just for that. Into the Floodmoth probably feels a little better. Negate also feels probably a little better. Can we negate ninjutsu? It feels weird. Yeah. Did we get rid of the cases? We still need more cards. I bring in the negates, I guess. Oops. Ghost Vacuum, not so much. Also, we can lose the Jite. It just doesn't feel good enough here. The Surge Injures feel better because they do have Planeswalkers. They might tap out, so they'll seem fine. I think it is Into the Floodmaw. We could, like, argue Authority, but it doesn't do anything, really. Other than, like, make them not have blockers, potentially, off of, like, random 1/1s. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Alright. Wrap it, I guess. Try it up for game 2. I can't go any worse than the first one, right? Mulligan, because of bad hand, into opponent just doing their game plan and us not finding subsequent lands. Reasonable. It's not great. Reasonable. We just turn one Mockingbird and just start swinging, I think. Like, what? I don't know. Yes, that's it. Oops. Pay 0, confirm. Auto play. Just, yeah. Play the bird. 1/1 flying man. It's a rest to get our negate or our Shelter by Ghost. What do you think? Probably negate, right? Oh, Shelter by Ghost. Interesting. Well, we could Novice Inspector then Mockingbird, but what does that really do for us? They're just gonna play a flash creature anyways, so I don't really care. We're gonna do this anyways. I'm gonna keep the Mockingbird for if they play like a Flood Pit Drowner or something, so we have something reasonable to copy. Right now, copying Inspector or another Mockingbird does not seem like great. If we save it for the Steel Seraph or something else, then obviously we have a little more answers. Or a little more target variety that's not just, you know, 1/2 our opponent. Nice and slow here. What you got? Nothing. It's definitely a Flood Pit Drowner. So we're we go to declare attacks, right? You tap our Mockingbird, play the Flood Pit Drowner, tap our 2/1/2. Did I read that right? Or are you just gonna flash in the 2/1? The other 2/1. Fairy Mastermind. Opponent is really thinking about this. Okay, there you go. Blood Pit Drowner. Alright, opponent, what do you got? Hey! Alright, are you gonna take the trade? Well, wasn't what I was planning on, but it's fine. Alright, opponent. You got 3 mana. I'm expecting like the choking miasma or something right now. It's like really sad. Cut down our Drowner. They really just don't want us to have anything, eh? That's so funny to me. Hey, it makes sense. Legal target's legal target. I really would love to see a land on top for myself. That is a land on top. It does not cast our Steel Seraph, but it does allow us to have the Zoetic Glyph. Better than nothing. If they do end up taking out the 5/4 when we have something. I'm gonna leave the 1/2 behind because it can block the 2/1 Vigilance. That's better served than 1 damage right now. Our entire game plan is just, I guess, holding up negate now. We have nothing else besides hoping for white source for Steel Seraph. But even then, I might just save it for until we have 6 lands. They scoop. Apparently they can't beat the Zoetic Glyph. Interesting. Okay, well, that's good news to know. I think we just keep running back. The negate seems fine. You know, they don't. Now we know we have it. Okay, I'm gonna take out the cases for the glass caskets. My brain says I know it's a glass caskets, you know, for the Flood Pit Drowner or something. It's not great, but it's also probably, you know, maybe the one thing that saves us. And I like it more than Deskros Reliquary just because we don't have to sacrifice something for it. I don't have to give up essentially 2 cards worth of equity to get rid of 2/1. This is just 2 mana and a glass casket. Alright. So we lead with Spire. That gets glass casket, and that's fine. Yes, not our favorite thing ever, but we go into Siren. I think. Okay. Depending on what we draw, I might not play the Bunnicorn next turn. I might actually lead with the Anchorage. You know what? I like this play. This leaves us... Sure. This protects us from Unholy Annex. This protects us from Kaito, theoretically. Again, I don't know how that works. I don't think we can... Can we negate ninjutsu? It feels weird to ask that. No, because it's an ability, right? So we can't stop it like counterspells. They're not actually casting it. It's like doing a weird thing from their hand. Alright. And the worst part is that they have the Flood Pitch Runner back in their hand. So even if we recast this Bunnicorn or find a white source for the Steel Seraph, the guy still remains tapped. Oops. Alright, well, go ahead. We make a 3/3. You Flood Pitch Drowner it and piss me off. What else can we do about it? Yeah, and play tap land. Drowner plus cut down, maybe? I'm trying to think of like what they have for options. However, we now have the ability to play this Mockingbird as a copy of our Bunnicorn, and then still have the negate men out. That might be okay. But they definitely have to... okay. Wasn't really expecting that. Combat. Just gonna go for Spyglass Siren attacks on Kaito. I don't want any more of that bullshit. We could Novice Inspector to trim 3 damage off potentially next turn. Like not... No, I think it's just... Mockingbird for Bunnicorn. Diversify our threats. You can't Drowner them all. You could definitely combination Drowner Kaito them all though. Just runner, right? Yeah, it's the end of the turn. We don't need to cast a Novice Inspector. We could leave it the negate mana. Yeah, we know you have the Drowner. So you can technically use the Drowner to shuffle one of those away. The other one doesn't untap. Actually, they both don't untap next turn. Shit. Yeah, that's, you know, Flood Pitch Drowner is actually a surprisingly, I think it's surprisingly, pretty damn good card. Taking 6, go to 8. Well, if the attack, it's, you know, it's got Vigilance, they can attack and then use the ability afterwards. Oh. They do have to do it this turn. Now they can't. Due to draw 2 cards. Interesting. Okay. Is this guy's back in the game? No. Still hurt. Alright, I need to not attack. I think we just try to find a way to win this game. And it, you know, if that just means casting a Steel Seraph and giving a Bunnicorn lifelink to get us enough time, then I think that's what we have to try to do. Right now, though, we are definitely staring down the barrel. Opponent's got so many cards. An opponent. What do you got going on there? You got the Sunken Reefs? You have 1. Oh, maybe? Yeah. Got 1. I don't know. Can they like, if they tap out to like attack with everything, can they like actually let us untap with these Bunnicorns? Alright, well, I'm gonna go for it. What do you got? Man, opponent's thinking long and hard about this. They're gonna have some extra juice. So the Annoyance Affliction right at the hop, of course. Now we don't have good blocks, we just have chump blocks. But I think chump blocks are fine, just so they don't draw any more cards. Then our Bunnicorns are 4. So we lose 3 more. Holy shit. Feels terrible. Well, 4/4s is better than nothing. Our opponent, if their opponent's looking for drawing cards, then we gotta stop them from doing that. But 4/4s are not good to have. Makes our gaining 5, or gaining whatever next turn a lot less exciting. They didn't. Oh, they didn't. We didn't draw an extra land, which is the worst. If we had a 5th land there, we could steal Seraph and hold up the negate for whatever card they're trying to, blow us out with on our Bunnicorns. All right, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I think we Zoetic Glyph. No, we attack with both. We attack with both on the Kaito. I'm trying to figure out now. So if we use the negate, we can't do anything else, right? Besides, maybe like draw a card off of which is not like doing anything for us. We have 8 damage. We can't attack with both. This is like the safest attack I can make because they can just make a 4/4 with the other 4 and then attack with 8. So Fairy Mastermind jumps in or comes in, chumps, keeps their Kaito alive. It's fine. I can't do much about that. So this goes here. Right. Opponent, what do you got? We're not dead because we have, unless they have 2 pieces of removal. Actually, technically, they would only need 1 piece of removal and enough mana to activate their guy, which they don't have, apparently. That or they're just really slow playing me. Either way, that's pretty rude. All right, yep, that goes there. That's annoying as fuck. What a card to have on top of your deck. Yeah, you already had it with the Kaito, being able to keep it alive. Yeah. Good game, opponent. Ah, you got me. Maybe negate's not the answer against that deck. They seem pretty bad. Our opponents just played around it, and plus we can't get that ninjutsu. Lessons learned!